Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today's concept of Kubernetes that is called deployment strategies. Okay, so which type of deployment strategies we are using in Kubernetes? Okay, so as per the name, it is clear that there are some strategies are there in Kubernetes. By using that strategies, we are deploying our applications. Okay, so first of all, let me explain this concept to you. Okay, suppose we have one payment gateway applications. Okay, so payment gateway application like you can take any payment gateway system like uh, Google Pay or any else. So that payment gateway applications, okay, where four application are running. Okay, so that four applications are running and that four application are the same applications. Okay, and that particular four application are running in four pods. Okay, and we have named that particular application version as a version v1. Okay, so it is running perfectly, there is no issue there, but after some time, okay, after some time we thought that we need to upgrade our version from v1 to v2. Okay, so if you are going to upgrade your running application from V1 version to V2 version, how you are going to upgrade it here? Okay, so the option are available, which is we can delete our V1 version and updated version V2 we will upgrade it. But when we are going to do this, definitely we will face downtime because we are we are deleting our running v1 version. Okay, so if you are going to follow this type of approach, deleting version v1 and then work with v2, then definitely you will uh, found some downtime. Okay, so definitely your company will lose some revenue loss. Okay, so if you follow this type of approach, then definitely your user experience will also get affected. Okay, so to reduce your downtime, okay, we follow some deployment strategies. Okay, we will deploy our application using some deployment strategies. Okay, so that is the overall aim to use of deployment strategies. So how many types of deployment strategies we are following in Kubernetes? So basically there are three main deployment strategies that is called rolling updates, canaries and blue green. Okay, and there is one more deployment strategy that is called create and recreate. Okay, let me show you some YAML files of deployment strategies. Okay, so let's move inside our deployment strategies folder. Okay, so this one. Okay, so if you can see this, we have created some YAML files according to our deployment strategies like rolling, recreate, okay, canary, blue, green. So let's move one by one so that we will understand the concept of the each and every deployment strategies. So first strategy is your rolling updates. What is this type of strategies we are following here? Okay, so let's move it in that folder first. So if you can see this, there is the one YAML file. Let me get it. Yeah. So now let me explain each and every line so that it will be easy for you to understand the concept of rolling updates. Okay. So first of all, let me uh, introduce some overview about rolling updates. So if we will deploy our application, okay, using the rolling update, then what will happen here? Okay. So if we are using to deploy our application using rolling update, we can get near to zero time. I am telling you, we can get near to zero time, but definitely not 100%. Okay, what is the mean? Means we can achieve around 98 to 99% of zero downtime, but not 100%. Definitely, we will get some downtime while we are using to upgrade our application with the help of rolling updates. Okay, so uh, if uh, if you will see the approach of deleting and installing, means we are suppose that upgrade our version from V1 to V2. Suppose we are uninstalling of V1 version, and if we are going to install our V2 version, then in rolling update we are not going to follow this type approach. What we are going to follow here, we are adding one copy of our application in our V1. Okay, and if we have suppose we have our four replicas. Okay, so it will add one more replicas. Okay, by default 25%. Okay, so that let me draw some pictures in paint so that you will easy to get understand what I want to explain it here. Suppose we have four replicas. That is your R1, this is your R2, this is your R3, and this is your R1, R2, R3, R4. Okay, so let me put some name here also. R1, R2, R3. You already aware about the replica set, right? Okay, so in that all four replicas, so in all four replicas are running with V1 version here. Okay, so these four replicas having V1 version here. Okay, now we need to upgrade our V1 version to V2. Okay, so what we will do with the help of rolling update, we will add this replica, that is your name is R5. We will of, let me put here version 2 also. This is your version 2 replica R5. Okay, so what we will do, we will replace this replica with R4. Okay, we will replace this replica with R4. So what will happen if we are going to replace this? So we will remove this R4, or instead of R4 there will R5 replica will came here, means, and it will replace to R4. Okay, so if this will goes fine, again we are going to replace this R3. Like that way we will replace our all four replica of version V1, and then this V1 will replace by V2. This is your call rolling update. So R5 will replace with R4. So three copy of version V1 will run. If we will replace R5 with R4, so these three version copy of replica will run version 1. Okay, and this copy will run version 2. Okay, so if these three will goes well, then we it will replace with all copy of one by one. Okay, so this is your called rolling updates. Now I will explain you each and every line of your code which is mentioned inside your YAML file. Okay, So this API version app v1, what this is indicate? It tells the API server you are using the stable deployment API group or version. Okay. What is this kind? Kind is your deployment. Okay. So if you uh, go my previous video, I explained you earlier that in our deployment, okay, let me draw that picture also so that, yeah, this is already here. Okay, so you can see this in our deployment, rolling updates and rollbacks. If we follow these things, we will use inside your deployment kind. Okay, so that's why we are using here kind as a deployment here. So kind of deployment means your workload will be managed as a deployment. Okay, and it will give you declarative updates and rollback supports also if you are going to use your kind as a deployment. Okay, so next is your metadata. What is this your metadata? Metadata here, if you can see this, we are mentioning the name of your pod, that is your my name, and namespace we are using as a default. Okay, next is your specs. Under specs, we are using strategies. Inside your strategies, we are using the rolling update. Okay, what is this type of your rolling update? It what it is mean? It means that using Kubernetes, okay, we are using rolling updates algorithm. Okay, and what will be the impact if we are using rolling updates? There will be no downtime if we are using simultaneously two versions at a same time. Okay. Next, maximum unavailability 25%, max search charges is 25. What is the meaning of this? Rolling update max unavailable 25%. It means up to 25% of the desired pod, okay, can be temporary down while update. Okay, if we have 4 pod, then one pod is going to temporary down. Okay, that is the meaning of 25%. So we are ensuring that maximum capacity of 75% will be stay. Okay, while we are going to update our application with the help of your rolling update. What is the meaning of max surge? It means that we may run up to 25% extra pods above the desired count during the updates. It means we can use maximum 5 pods. Okay, that is the meaning of max surcharges. Means we are using one extra pods. So new pod come up before new old get terminated. Okay, so we are taking one extra pod if we are using max surge 25%. Okay, so next is what is the replica is for? Mean deployment controls keep 4 pods running that match the templates. Okay, 4 pod will run here. Selector, that is match level here my app. Deployment manage only the pods whose level is equal to app is equal to my app. Okay, that match with selected that only deployment manage that pods only. Okay, means that particular level should be match. Next is your specs template. That is your called pod templates. This one. So label must satisfy the selector, also useful for service or service where respect we are containing as a container. Okay, so that's why we it is the mentioning here, we are mentioning here labels under the selection selector sections. Okay, next, inside your container what we are using, the name is your my app, this is your image name. Okay, so basically it will pull the latest tag from your ECR repository. Okay, here we are taking hotstar image, that is your called latest image, hotstar latest image, and we are exposing port number, TCP port number 8181. Oh, okay, and inside our pod, and the name of the pod HTTP simplifies that service definitions here. Okay, so let's try to execute this deployment file, kubectl apply hyphen f. Next one is your rolling.ml. So how many pods will get created with your current image? There are four pods will get created here. kubectl get pods. So you can see this four pod is running. Okay, but if you can see this, we are getting image pullback of error. Okay, so why we are getting this image pullback of error? Because we are not able to fetch that particular image from our ECR repository. Okay, so we need to check our YAML file why we are getting this type of error here. Okay, so let me get that file. So we need to check this ECR repo, it should be available in our ECR repository, otherwise we will face this type of error only. Okay, so in our repository there is no image is there with that particular hotstar latest here, so I need to put that particular image inside our ECR repository. Okay, let me change the name here, user ID. Okay, so we are getting image pullback of here. Let me show you here. Okay, so why we are getting this image? Because the the image which we are trying to pull from our ECR, that is not available. So what I did now, okay, if you can see this, I just remove that particular ECR path. Okay, so instead of that, I have put the Nginx image. So not now try to apply this. Currently, let's check the how many pods are running. kubectl get pods. So no pod is running because I have deleted it. Okay, so now let's try to apply it. kubectl apply hyphen f. Sorry. So rolling now. kubectl get no get pods. Now you can see this. Four pods are running here. Okay. Now what I am going to do here, vi rolling updates. Okay, and let's try to change the image name here. Let me put httpd image. Okay, and also change the replica count here. Let me put 20 replica. Okay, so try to execute it now. So this is your version 2 that we are going to replace with our version 1 with the help of rolling update std. kubectl apply hyphen f rolling updates. Okay, kubectl get pods. Now you can see this pods and getting replace. Okay, so you can see this. So all are in different time. So it is replacing that 25% that I have mentioned earlier. Okay, so it is replacing with older version. Okay, that is the concept of rolling update strategy. Now hope it is clear with you. So let's move for the next one. Okay, yeah, now you can say all pod is running kubectl describe pod, your pod name, let's take any pod. Now you can see this, we are pulling the httpd image. Okay, that is your version 2 now, and it is successfully replaced with all your previous old pods. Okay, let me delete it. Kubectl delete hyphen f kubectl get pods. Okay, let's move the previous one, that is your recreate. This is very simple. Okay, so cat recreate. If you can see this, what is the meaning of this recreate? For pod we are uh, you can see the recreate deployment after changing the version. Let me try to apply it. Means we will uh, kubectl apply hyphen f recreate. It will delete and it will update new one. Means here we are facing downtime. Okay, so you let me apply it here so that you will get understand the concept of recreate kubectl get pods. Okay, so you can see this four pods are running. Okay, kubectl ctl describe pod. Okay, take this pod name. You can see this is running with nginx 1.25.3 version. So let's go for recreate deployment one and replace with your latest version. So for that you just simply remove the version here, it will automatically take the latest one. Okay, so kubectl apply hyphen f. Okay, recreate.ml kubectl get pods. So now you can see this, it is simply deleting the old one and updating the new one. So it is not recommended in real time. kubectl describe pod, because if we are going to follow this type of strategy, definitely we will face the downtime. Okay, so one net, so you can put here latest also. Okay, so now you can see this, it has been replaced with your latest one. Okay, so let's move for the remaining two strategies, that is your canary as well as second one is your blue green. So let's move for blue green first, then we will move forward to your canary deployment. So what is the blue green strategy? Okay, first of all, blue green strategy is very costly. Okay, but it is very safe. Why blue green is very costly and why it is very safe? Let me explain you. Okay, so in blue green, okay, we are creating two service here. One is for our blue side and one is for our green side. Blue side, just let's suppose for version V1, and for green side suppose version V2. Okay, so for both sides in background we are calling load balancer. Okay, so load balancer, let me draw one picture here so that it will be clear for you what I want to explain it here. Okay, so suppose this is your blue service and this is your, sorry, blue one, and this is your green one. Okay, using blue service we are creating blue pots. Okay, and using green we are creating green pots. Why it is changing here? Let me draw again. Okay, so let me take blue here. So okay, this is your blue service and this is your green service. So okay, and this is your one service. Okay, this is pointing here, and this pod is counting for blue service, and this pod is pointing for this one. This is your service. Okay, and this is your image, blue image, and this is your green image. Okay, so using, this is your old image, this is your no, new image. Suppose this is your old image, this is your new image. So suppose this, we are creating same infrastructure here in your blue side and same infrastructure for green side for the same applications. Only the difference between both applications are versions. So same application version V1 is there, same application version V2 is there. So we are running simultaneously same application in different version. If we found that blue version is not required, then what we will do, we will simply cut this blue and we will allow this green one. So service will forward this green one. Okay, hope it is clear. If it is not clear, let me explain with the second image also. Okay, let me draw second image. So suppose this is your blue side. Okay, this is your blue side and this is your green side. Okay, in that blue side we have four replica, one, two, three, and fourth. And in your green side, okay, we have four replicas, one, two, three, and this is your fourth one. Okay, So behind both service, what will be there? Load balancer will be there. Okay. So this is your load balancer. Okay. And beside that load balancer, what will be there? Ingress controller will be there. Okay. So now what will happen? So this is your service one. Let me put some. Okay, service one, and this is your service two. Okay, this is your blue site, blue site, and this is your green site. Okay, and here it is pointing green site. Oh, sorry. Yeah, green one. Okay, so suppose. Okay, so in blue green, the load balancer which is pointing to the service one. Okay, this will be the ingress resources. Okay, using the ingress resources, which is the service which is pointing to service one. Okay, we need to remove. Suppose we need to remove this particular blue one, blue site. Okay, so immediately what we can do? So immediately load balancer which is pointing to service service 2. Okay, using simply one click we can simply change the label to service 2. Okay, but it is very costly because the same number of resources we are creating in both sides, blue site and green site. Okay, so due to this the CPU and memory cost will getting increased here. Okay, so let me explain you the YAML file. So here we are having two types of YAML file, version v1 and version v2. Okay, so currently only one version. Okay, we can live either v1 or either v1 or v2. Okay, let me show you the service part. Okay, so if you cat this service part, now what you can observe here, we are pointing here blue side. Okay, so we if suppose we require the means green version, just simply we need to change it here as a green. Okay, we need to the update the service sector. Okay, so see it will simply switch to the green version. Okay, so by simply editing this service part, we can simply found the zero downtime in our deployment, and it will simply easy rollback also. Okay, let's try to execute so that you will easy to understand what I want to try to explain it here. So this is your blue green deployment green, and this is your blue. So let's execute the green one. Okay, or simply let's execute the blue one because blue is already running. Qctl apply hyphen f that blue one. Okay, so kubectl get pods. Okay, so before that, let me delete the previous deployment. Okay, so that is was your rolling. Kubectl delete hyphen f. Okay, so let me delete the recreate also. Okay, so nothing is there, no problem. So let's move for now. You can see this blue is running. Okay, so simultaneously what we can do, we can simply execute the green one also. Okay, simultaneously both will run. Okay, so let's go for kubectl apply hyphen f. Let me try to do ls hyphen lrth here. Kubectl apply hyphen f. So this is your kubectl green deployment green. Okay, so let me hit enter kubectl get pods. Okay, now you can see this blue deployment is running as well as green deployment is running. Okay, and as per the service part, if you can see this, let me get this one. Currently, which one is running? Blue one. Okay, so let's describe this kubectl get svc hyphen o get svc hyphen o wide. Okay, so let me take this external IP. Also kubectl get svc. Service is also running here. So if you can take this external IP here. Okay, let me enable the security port number. Actually it is not allowed, that's why we are not able to hit this URL. Go to test security. Okay, click on the security group. Go to the indeed inbound rule, all traffic, save rule. Kubectl apply hyphen f. Okay, so now kubectl get svc hyphen o white. Okay, so now okay, and kubectl get nodes take this external IP and the port is 31897. Okay, so this port number. Okay, and try to execute it. Okay, let me try to execute in second URL, second browser. Okay, BlueBots is running. Okay, shoot. Okay, so if it is not running, what I can do, we can simply change the service level. Okay, so let's open that service level here. Blue green service. Okay, so here we can simply change it to, we have simply changed it to green. And let's try to apply this again. Okay, so let's try to execute it. Get node hyphen o wide. Okay, IP we can take external IP. Okay, three, and what will be the port? QCTL get SVC hyphen o wide. It's this 31897. 31897 should be run here. Okay, let me check the security group again. Okay, okay, so go to that security, click on that security group, inbound rule, edit inbound rule. Okay, all traffic, all port, save it. Okay, route. Oh, yeah. So we haven't changed, updated the security group in our node instance. That's why it is not working. Okay, so it has been working fine now. Now what we can do, we can simply change the service level to blue. Okay, do we? Let's try to again apply this part. Now you can see this 4 pod will run blue and green both. Okay, but here it will change. Now you can see this. It has been successfully changed to blue side. Okay, if you can cat this one, you can see this Nginx image is updated here. Okay, so this is the concept behind your blue and green strategy, but it is very costly because at the same time we are running blue as well as green side. Okay, now the last one, that is your called canary deployment. Okay, so let's try to, before going to candidate environment, let's delete the running pods here. Qctl delete hyphen f dot. Okay, all will be get deleted here. Now move to candidate deployment. Okay, so what is this canary deployment? Okay, so in our canary deployment, we can test our version v2 with our real-time user interface. Okay, so basically what we can do it here, we can simply test our application with real time of environment. Okay, with unlimited amount of time. Okay, means we can test it for 1 month, 1 week or 2 days. Okay, but then if you compare with our rolling update, what we can do, we can simply doing that time, we are replacing our pods with our version v2. Means in our rolling update, we are simply copying our we are copying our pod, means we are copying one copy is going to successfully replace with our old one, then only remaining pod is going to replace with your remaining parts. Okay, but here in our candy deployment, what we are going to do, we can simply put our application in real time of scenario. Okay, how we are going to do this, let me show you. Okay, using one pane diagram. Okay, so this is your blue green deployment. Okay, but I will also show you what is the difference between blue green and what is the difference between canary. Okay, let me create new one. Okay, so in our, suppose this is your version v1 and this is your version v2. Okay, so here deployment is running, service part will also run, and ingress controller will also run. Same here also, deployment will run, service will run, and ingress will also run. Okay, so from where traffic will come? Traffic will come from load balancer, and above the load balancer, what will be there? Your ingress controller will be there. Okay, let me put it the name. This is your ingress controller. I will explain the ingress controller concept in my next video. Okay, and this is your load balancer. Okay, so load balancer will send traffic here and here also. Okay, this is your version v1 and this is your version v2. So here what we can do, this is your old version where 90% traffic is running and remaining 10% we are running traffic here as a 10%. Okay, this is your candy deployment. Now we are simply running our newly updated version in our real-time scenario. Okay, and what ingress controller will do, ingress controller read both of the ingress resources like version v1 and version v2, and it will tell to load balancer that deploy the strategy, canary strategy as per annotation. Okay, means it will forward the 90% of traffic to version v1 and 10% of traffic to version v2. Okay, So in with our real time of with our real time of environment, like in our means production environment, we can run our version v2 application with limited set of traffic. Okay, if we will good feedback from user, okay, that version to which we are executing it is fine, then we simply what we can do, we can simply deploy and replace with our v1 means v1 with our or replicas with our v2. Okay, for example, sometime in if you can see this in our Amazon GUI, some user will see some different page and some user will see different page if you are they are hitting your that particular URL, Amazon URL. Okay, that is why, because sometime they are running version v2 and sometime some user are accessing version v2 and some user are accessing version v1. Okay, so let's understand the YAML file of this candy deployment. So it will be easy to understand for you. So let's copy. Let's see that. So in this file, if you can see this in version v1, okay, we have replica. Number of replica is 1. Okay, and and we are running here nginx image. Okay, and in if you open that version 2, okay, what we can see, we are running here 0 replica. Okay, and let's open the third one, that is your service part. Here you can see this, we are having both version through a single service. We are exposing both version using single service. Okay, now if you observe carefully version 2, okay, if we execute this candy version 2, okay, so we are not, if you are going to apply this, we are not going to receive any traffic. Okay, because what we are mentioned here, we are mentioned here as a replica as a 0. Okay, but if you are run the version v1, so let's try to apply this kubectl apply -f. We are applying all threes. Okay, so kubectl get pods. Okay, so if you can see this kubectl describe pod. Okay, so kubectl describe pod and then pod name. So now you can see this nginx pod is currently running. Okay, but if you can also describe your service kubectl get svc hyphen o wide. Now this particular service is running. Okay, and kubectl get nodes hyphen o wide, take this external IP of this particular node and take the port number 31183. Okay, so nginx pod is running, right? And but here this is your old version where replica set is 1. Okay, and here nginx pod is running, correct? And get this one, if you can see this, no pod is running. Okay, and here we are using HTTPD image. Now what we can do, we can simply increase the replica set count 0 to, okay, what we can do, we can simply change the replica set count 0 to 3, okay, or 4. Now kubectl apply hyphen f. Okay, so okay, because it is already running, now you can see this kubectl get pods. Okay, let's try to kubectl apply hyphen m apply. What it is saying that the request is invalid. Why it is invalid? Let me see the status of the service kubectl get svc, okay, hyphen o wide kubectl get pods. Okay, so ideally it should be run. 1 minute, let me check the status again. So kubectl get svc hyphen o wide kubectl get pods. Okay, okay, one pod is still. What I can do, let me delete it first and try to execute it again. Okay, so kubectl delete kubectl hyphen delete hyphen f. Okay, so all will be get deleted here now. Okay, so what I can do, open the canary version v1. That suppose this is your old version. Okay, so here one pod is running, so let's apply it. Okay, kubectl apply hyphen f. Okay, okay, and this is your version v1. So how many pod will get run? One pod. Kubectl get pods. Okay, one pod is running. Okay, now apply the service also. Okay, so okay, so kubectl apply hyphen f. Okay, so now kubectl get svc. Okay, so now kubectl get nodes hyphen o wide. So remember, only we have enabled the version 1, so only one should be run. Okay, version v1. So this is your, okay, so you can see this version 1 is running. Now let's execute the version 2, canary version 2. Okay, you can see this. Oh, that's why it is running. We are getting error. We have mentioned the wrongly 3 3. Okay, no problem. Let me edit it to 1. Okay, so kubectl apply hyphen f canary version 2. Now how many pod will run? Two pods. Kubectl get pods. One for version 1, one for version 2. Okay, two pods are running fine. Now tell me, if we will going to refresh it, service will point out to version 1 or version 2. Tell me, refresh it. Both. Because simultaneously it is running to both. Okay, maybe it will hit to Now you can see this. It is simultaneously hitting to version 1 as well as version 2, means simultaneously both version is currently running here. Okay, request is sending to both. You can see this. Okay, now what we can do, let me increase the replicas count of version 1 to 5. Okay, kubectl apply hyphen f. Now how many pod will run? Something again we did in XML. Yeah, that's why we are getting that time error also. Okay, how many pods you will get? 6 pod, 5 for version 1 and 1 for version 2. So if you are going to refresh this, request will go for version 1 or version 2. Most probably it will go for version 1 because for version 1 we have more pods. Yeah, more pods. That's why it is going to version 1. What we can do, we are going to simply increase the version 2 count here. Okay, so let's one by one we are going to replace it with our old version. Okay, some yeah. Okay, so try to replace it like that way we can simply replace. Okay, and downgrade it the power. Okay, like that way. Okay, again we need to put apply here version 1 2. Okay, so you can replace it here like that way. No, immediately we cannot go and try to replace as a 0. We one by one 4 5 4 3 2 1 like that way we can simply put it like that way. Okay, apply it. Now service will always point to version 2 only. Okay, now you can see this. Okay, like load balancer we did earlier. So as per the user experience we are simply replacing with our version v1. Okay, and but in if you compare with your blue green we are simply disable the blue side, then we are enabling our green side. But here we are simply uh, based on the user experience, client experience, we are enabling our versions. Okay, so that is the concept behind blue green, canary, recreate and rolling update. These are the deployment strategy. So in my next video I will explain the concept of ingress control. Okay, so thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Bye bye.